The World Wildlife Fund. That's going to pay me to say later. I'm going to shorten it down to the WWF. I chose this organization because I saw it had a cute panda as a mascot, and I like cute panda mascots. However, my friend told me that I would be publicly shamed if I decided to do it, since they and others collectively agreed that it was basic. So anyway, here we are. Today at 2:07 a.m., I will be discussing the World Wildlife Fund. The WWF was started in 1961 in Switzerland by a group of environmentalists, including Prince Bernhard of the Netherlands, who later became the organization's first president. Although they struggled with funding at first, the organization quickly grew and received more funding with the help of legislation and developed resources. The Morgus Manifesto was then signed, which recognized that the world had the resources to save the Earth and thus fully established the WWF's existence. Afterward, the WWF began to grow as an organization and spread to other continents, becoming more global and involving more people while conserving different types of animals. This included that of in 1973, when the WWF allowed the Smithsonian Institution $38,000 in use of tracking devices on the tiger population in Nepal's Chitwan Sanctuary, and the 1984 Pennies for Panda campaign, which took place across the U.S. and raised over $10,000 for China to help conserve pandas. Let's talk about what the WWF is currently, what they strive to do in this world, and their core values. According to the official website, the WWF strives to work towards creating a zero-carbon Earth, give food to those who need it, conserve forests, freshwater bodies of water, and oceans around the world, as well as conserve wildlife. At the core of the organization, the values that supposedly fuel their actions are courage, integrity, respect, and collaboration. Additionally, the WWF cares very much about ethics, so much so to the point that they have an ethics point line in which anyone is able to submit their concerns. However, oh boy, when I was researching the WWF, I came across a 9-page document with just links to articles and discussions with all the horrid things the WWF has done to humans. To give a brief summary, in Virunga National Park, located in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Bambudi people, the original inhabitants of the land, have faced difficulties in simply living. The park, in collaboration with the WWF, have created strict laws to limit hunting and poaching, but this has caused issues for the Bambudi by not allowing them to gather the resources they need, despite coexisting with the wildlife for years. In India, the WWF, together with Kaziranga National Park, has granted guards the power to shoot anyone they see if caught poaching. Moreover, as the park size increases, more land is needed to sustain the expansion, and in order to acquire their land, villages are being cleared out, and despite many protests from residents. However, even with the protests, the WWF and the park have enacted brute force to clear out the villages, allowing armed guards to threaten and beat anyone who resists. These are just a few of the allegations the WWF has been subjected to over more recent years, although in 2019 a report managed to conclude that several senior staff in countries such as Nepal, Cameroon, and the Democratic Republic of Congo were aware of the human rights abuses taking place in their respective countries, but took little to no action to stop it. Additionally, the report cleared the WWF of any human rights abuse allegations by recognizing that the abuses took place under the management of individual governments rather than the WWF. So for now, the WWF is thankfully clear of any allegations. Thank God, though. I could not imagine this panda being evil.